Today is Saturday the 12th of May, so this would be marble CD051207. Going to try something new, something I've been thinking about for a while. I call it a wormhole marble. It's basically a vortex tube. We'll be able to look all the way through the vortex, and it'll be thin in the middle and swell out on either side, and hopefully you'll get the idea as we go along. I got several colors there, are yellow, orange, blue sparkle, dark green sparkle, a white, a black, and clear. First things first, we're going to get ourselves about a 2.5–3 inch gather. Using I've got 8mm rod, so I want to just thicken it up basically to like a 10 or a 12. If you've got 10 or 12mm rod, you can just start. You can skip this first step and just start from there. All right, we're going to go ahead and bulk up our rod. Here's our gather. Now, like I said, if you have 10 or 12mm rods, you can just go straight to this step. It's about 2 3/4 inches long. We're basically going to divide this into thirds. I'm going to draw a ring around the gather, separating it into 3 sections. The 2 end sections and the middle section where we're going to draw our lines to create our vortex wormhole effect. There's our 2 rings, which will be the opening ends of the vortex. Got them worked down a little bit, not all the way. Now basically we're just going to draw lines connecting those 2 rings. We'll work that all the way down in, and then we'll back it with black, and then we'll go for a twist. Our lines are drawn. Now we're going to melt this all in. Work on a layer of black and another layer around our rings using the same color, just to thicken up the mouth on either end of the wormhole, the vortex. And we're going to back this with black, and then we'll give it a twist. And once we get the black all melted in, right now we're just going to work this all together. Now we're backed with black. Back in black. Anyway, I'm a geek. We go ahead and we melted the colors in, the lines in most of the way, and then we backed it with black. We're going to go ahead and melt this in. I'll stick a punty on the other end, and once we get it all melted, we'll give it a little twist and a slight pull outward. We want to thin out the middle, so not too far, but just a slight pull, and then we'll draw some clear rings around the middle to make the middle of the vortex thinner than the mouth of the vortex. And then we'll cover that up, and we'll decorate the black here. We'll maybe do some peacocking, and then we'll start to shape it. We made our twist. We can see where you pulled it out a little bit in the middle to where it thinned out in the middle, and I took and made a ring around it with some 5mm clear. This will pinch the middle when we go back and shape it. When we melt it all back together and flare out the ends, the middle will be pinched in. Now we're gonna cover up the clear there using some white, and then we'll do some dots, and we'll work it all together and do some dots and decorate the peacock the middle there for us as we melt it all back together into shape. We covered up the clear in the middle with that transparent amber that will turn a milky white. Now we're just going to work this all the way down, letting gravity kind of shape it into a round shape. Work it all down, and then we'll decorate, do some dots over the top of that white there in the middle, and some peacocking, and make it look pretty. Then we'll shape it. And let it cool down. Hopefully you can see that little peacocking there. It's a little oddball shaped. And I didn't quite get the middle as narrow as I wanted it, but there still has a sort of the effect I was looking for. Hey, this is the first one. What do you want? They can't all be masterpieces right from the get-go. But we'll go ahead and finish shaping this and stick it in the kiln, take pictures of it when it comes out. Well, we'll do a little video of it when it comes out so you can see the final product, and then we'll take pictures of it. But you can see all the way through it, which is kind of cool. And you can see the vortex design, which is kind of cool. So we'll see what it looks like when we finish, get it shaped, and get it fired. And here we have the final result. You see all the way through the vortex there. Not too bad. I need to put more clear rings around the center after the twist before I start to shape the marble to get more of a thinner middle, a narrower middle. But not bad for the first one. We'll continue to work this design the rest of the week and see if we can come up with something a little better. But there you go, the wormhole. See you next time.